water flows with life's gifts. May my smile uplift. I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon as the ancient days. I also offer when touched by kindness to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright, I'll link as flowers on a sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Kansho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. In great compassion, may I live this precious life, just as it's given in me does life each day.
When we see Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Kansho, I say Namo Nembutsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Nembutsu, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo In times of difficulty, I say Namo Nembutsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Nembutsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, this great night of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Kansho, I say Namo Amida Butsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift, I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean stays, I also offer, when touched by kindness, to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as flames on its flames, a sweet remaining
say Namo Amida Butsu,
doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion.
In times of gratitude,
is given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Kansho, I say Namo Amida Butsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift. I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon as the ocean stays, I also offer
and touched by kindness to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as flowers on sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Kansho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. In great compassion, may I live this precious life, just as it's given in me does life each day.
When we see
say Namo Amida Butsu. Doing good no matter how small. Reaching out with a warm heart. Always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. Always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Kansho, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Spreading spirit of living with brave hearts. Spreading spirit of caring, helping others. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Doing my best with a calm heart. Thankful for my life as it's given. Living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. Living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, is touched by kindness, how my being fills with the joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift. I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean's I also offer when touched by kindness to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as free as flames, a sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Kansho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. say Namo Amida Butsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in God. great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Kansho, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida When my heart is touched.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our family Sunday service. My name is Warren Tanigawa, and I will be your MC today. We will begin our service with Temple Bell, Kansho.
Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, 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 Namando.
We will have a chanting of Vandana and Ti-Sarana. Please put your hands together.
Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, 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 Namando.
Thank you. Today's chant will be verses affirming the vows.
I have made unrivaled vows and will reach the highest path. If I fail in any way, may I not attain Buddhahood. Should I not provide to all for countless kalpas to come, and in times of suffering, may I not attain Buddhahood. I will reach enlightenment, but unless my Buddha name resounds throughout the universe, may I not attain Buddhahood. I will practice the noble path, wisely, mindfully, free of greed. Seek to reach the supreme way. Be a guide to one and all. May my power shine great light to illumine and dispel the darkness of the three poisons, and save all from suffering. With eyes of wisdom I'll remove the darkness of ignorance. I will close all evil paths, open gates of highest good. When I attain Buddhahood, light will shine throughout all lands, light brighter than sun and moon, outshining all heavenly lights, giving my virtues to all, not forsaking anyone. I will proclaim the Dharma like the roar of a great lion, bowing before all Buddhas, steadfastly gaining virtues, with wisdom fulfilling my vows. I shall be a guide to all, like the wisdom of my teacher. May my wisdom also shine all throughout the universe, and illumine one and all. If I shall fulfill these vows, may all lands tremble with joy. From the heavens wondrous flowers rain down upon all the lands. Attaining awakened mind, we are born in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, 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 Namando.
You will notice today that Sensei has a lei on. It is to celebrate Clergy Appreciation Day and to recognize his dedication for all he does for our temple. Thank you, Sensei. The Dharma message will now be heard by Reverend Tomioka. His message is 0.
Aloha kako aloha. Welcome to Puna Hongwanji Buddhist Temple online Sunday service. Welcome. Also, thank you so much for the lay. Truly, although I'm a minister in the Jodo Shinshu tradition at Puna Hongwanji, overseeing Pahala and the Nale Hongwanji, without you or without the dedicating members, without their support, today I cannot be here. So this lay is truly not only mine, but truly yours or ours. So I want to say thank you for your gift of lay and then thinking of me and then having me here as a minister. Thank you so much. So today's title is 0. Yeah, 0. So if you have a chance to take a look at the Puna Hongwanji newsletter, it is available online or our web page. I wrote about the 0 or concept of 0. So, but now I have one question to want to ask you. Anybody know what does this characters means? So, anybody knows? Maybe I should see this way.
1 minus 1.
1 minus 1. Thank you. I'll think about it. So this here like a characters indicating in a Roman numeral. So something number. Anybody? I ask that person. You don't have to, if you know, yes or no. Thank you. Yeah, this like a character is written in Roman, and then this is a number for 1988. 1988, yeah. And when I like, now my spouse is helping PowerPoint, changing slides. And as soon as this number appeared, yesterday when we practiced, she said, "Oh, that is your birthday. Oh, how come you know my birthday?" So she knows everything about me. But maybe some of you, when you see 1988, oh, that's your birthday, yeah? Yeah, January 3rd, 1988 is my birthday. So yeah, pretty soon, end of the year, and then my birthday comes in. So you can now begin to prepare, as you may already begin to prepare for Thanksgiving or Christmas like a present. Yeah, you can keep myself somewhere in your corner of your mind. Yeah, anyway, so before the Roman numeral, like using such so many letters, yeah, when we can see 4, 8, at least 11 letters to describe the number of 1988. But now in our Arabic system, so easier 1988. Why such a change happened? This is the reason why the concept of 0. I cannot talk about in detail since I'm not a professional. I don't know much about the system, but because of the 0, concept of 0, now in our world, yeah, we can use this easy number using a 0. Think about any numbers today we are using without a 0. We may have to using Roman style numbers. So maybe complicated. To me, it's like rocket science. Mine is 0. And according to the dictionary, 0 is like this meaning, no quantity, no number, or absence. Anyway, this is like one of the definition of the 0. So today I have one question. Another question is, are you a 0 person? Are you a 0 person? Some may say, yes, I or not, but some may be wondering, what do you mean by saying, are you a 0 person? Yeah, 0 means no quantity, no number, or absence. If we use that definition, maybe not, or yes. So today let's think about zero. So basically again, zero is like we are using in our daily life and then math. But we can go back to concept of zero began in India around the 7th century. The idea of zero, people begin to use. But it is said that this idea of zero has a connection to the Buddhism teaching. So in the Buddhism, there is not a zero, but a kind of idea, which later we can consider it becomes the zero. But the zero, it is said in ancient language, it was called sunyata. Sunyata means the emptiness. This is also fundamental teachings of Buddhism. Sunyata, emptiness. But emptiness does not mean like zero or nothing, or there is no existence. Or it does not simply mean empty, nothing. What it means is in this everything consists of various causes and conditions, and hence ceaselessly changing. Yeah, everything comprised of the causes and conditions. So therefore, if this cause changing, the thing will also changing. If the condition changing, also the thing will changing. So will appear, disappear, come and then go. Like myself here today, I'm here as a minister. But to my spouse, I'm the husband. To my mother, parents, I'm the child. To my brother, sister, I'm the younger brother. To my friends, co-worker, so many different me is there. Who is true me? As a husband or brother or child, which me is true myself? Everything, But it's already depending on conditions or cause. Only with that relation, I can exist. So therefore, I shouldn't say, but if something happened to my wife and me, we say, hey, this doesn't last. Our relationship is now end. Then I cannot call myself husband no more. I love you, honey, by the way, no worry. I cannot call it anymore husband. It's showing, depending on situation, cause and conditions, I am here as husband. Therefore, it can be changing. So therefore, what it means is there is no permanent or eternal things. There is no permanent or eternal things. Why? Because everything is changing. But again, we may say, no, but we have a housing, or we have a window, or a car, money. We have. But if we deeply think about, we had in big island, we'd have a lava, earthquake, or tsunami. There are so many things here which was destroyed or disappeared, which we thought, no, it never changing. Even COVID-19 teaching us whatever were things we thought, no, this is something which lasting forever, was changed. So there are no such permanent or eternal things. Everything as a kind of gift of life, blessing, exist because of depending on causes and conditions. So therefore, what it means is no attachment to what we have. If we have attached to something, wishing with the hope of, I want to keep this forever, my youth, my health, my family, my possession, we wish, I want to keep everything as it is. But truth is, everything is changing. Therefore, if we attach to something which is changing, of course, we'll going through the struggles or suffering, because my wish is going this way. I want to keep everything as it is, no change. But reality is everything changing. This gap is a cause of suffering. That is an attachment. Then, what should we do? if we don't attach, which means we don't take care of anything, we should renounce everything, we should give up. What does this teaching telling us is each moment, right here, right now. Yeah? Because we don't know what will happen next moment, and then we have no control. What happened before, what are going to happen. Although we can try, but so many things are beyond our control. Then what is left to me is each moment right here, right now. Like it's opening hands, yeah? Things will come to my life as a person or things position. While it is on my hands, on my watch, I cherish, I take care of it, I use it, I spend. But knowing that, no matter how I want to hold it, try to catch it and then attach to it, the things will be falling off or disappear from my hands. If I open it, it's already gone. Therefore, instead of attached to it, truly upon this occasion, I receive this gift of my family, friend, job, whatever it may be, while it is on my hand. I cherish, I use it, I appreciate it. So therefore, that will guiding me to have gratefulness. Indeed, like a flow of life is going on. I'm the one who tried to go against the flow of the river. Yeah, we can imagine if a river flowing in this way. If I try to swimming against the flow of the river, it's so difficult. Yeah, there's no ending. Once you take a break, you will washed away. But if I learn, instead of try to going against, if I learn, go with the flow of life. Indeed, go together, going through together, up and then down, but go together as a life. Then there is again, each moment right here, right now, gratefulness, knowing that everything changing. I don't attach to it, but while it is on my hand, I put my time and then attention, then love and then care. So with this idea, again, the question is, are you a zero person? So in this case, zero means those information or concept. Knowing, understanding, everything is changing. And then depending on cause and condition, therefore, we shouldn't attach to it. But I cherish and then take care of it. Right here, right now, and then gratefulness. So are you a zero person? Some may say, yes, I think. But some may say, well, maybe not. The thing is that we can understand this concept in our mind. In that everything changing, we should not attach. We should learn to let things go. Let it go, let it go. Let your attachment go. But don't you think the more we try to not to attach, we find it is so difficult there. Then again, are you a zero person? Am I a zero person? I want to share one story with you. This is a story about the passport. Maybe some of you may remember this story I shared maybe a few years ago. Yeah, I came to Hawaii 2013 as a new minister, and then I was in Honolulu for 4 years. And then I think 2016, I got a text message from my mother that my grandmother, so my mother's mother, to me, my grandmother passed away. So I went back to Japan to attend the funeral of my grandmother. And that time, I was in the process applying for my green card to apply for permanent visa. So the office and then the lawyer, they said, yeah, it's okay, you can go back to Japan, but you need like a visa to re-enter to the USA. Therefore, after I went back to Japan, attended the funeral, Then I was waiting for the visa to re-enter. So of course, yeah, I understand the situation. I know that if I go back to Japan, I will have to stay in Japan until I can get the visa. But before leaving Hawaii, of course, in Hawaii I have my duty or responsibilities, yeah. But thanks to the fellow ministers and then chief minister, that time Reverend Muneto, they kindly said, "It's okay, don't worry. We'll take care of everything. No worry. You can go back to Japan then, show your respect to your grandmother." So they said that knowing that they have to take over my job or things I was doing at that time. So I feeling after attending a service, I want to immediately go back to Hawaii so that I began to work again as a minister. But at the same time, it's kind of the time for myself to relax or to stay with my family. Yeah? So about for 2 or 3 years, I haven't seen my family. So I had both feelings. One is as soon as possible, I want to come back to Hawaii. The other is, I want to stay here because every day breakfast, when I go to dining table, there is my mother serving a breakfast. Lunchtime, dinner, and then sleeping. Yeah, so easy, like do nothing. So I enjoy myself. Also, I had a chance to meeting with my older friends, also sightseeing. I haven't done for many years. Good thing, yeah, to return to my hometown and then enjoy watching and then remembering memories. But then 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed. But every day, what I did was checking the mails. Yeah, checking the mails every day. Even like one day I was waiting like a post master, the person, yeah, to deliver mails. I was waiting. So now this person knows something the visa is today he has or not. So as soon as he saw me, giving the sign, I see. So waiting for every day. Any sign? Mail today? No mail today? No. I see. Yeah. And then one evening, I was taking a shower, and then I heard somebody knocking the door of the bathroom, and then that was my mother, and then saying, "Satoshi, I got a letter." What? What letter? Okay. And then I immediately take a shower and then wipe my body and then went to outside. And then she was holding the letter, and she said, "I think this is a visa." And then when I saw her face here, I can see her smile. But at the same time, I can see the tears or sad emotion in her eyes here. Because to her too, yeah, she knows that I have to go back to Hawaii. But she wants me to stay with her in her home so she can cook for me, she can have a talk story, or she feels so happy. So the letter means she feels so joy. Finally, my son now can go back to Hawaii. Also sorrow. This letter I have means he can now go back to Hawaii. So then I opened the letter and I found the visa, and then I was able to come back to Hawaii. So in this situation, do you think my mother, do you think she was she a zero person? What do you think? Was she a zero person? Zero person means understanding, no attachment to her child. Knowing that he has to go back to Hawaii, don't show your sorrows or tears, just let him go. That is a zero person. But I'm sure in her life or eyes, she knows my son has to go back to Hawaii, but I want you to stay here. Don't go to Hawaii. Stay with me. But knowing that reality, you have to go back to Hawaii. So truly, she had attachment in a way to me. But this attachment to me was love. Knowing that this love or attachment is causing
struggles to me and then her. Yeah. So what it means is that is me and then you or human being. Yeah. Knowing that this attachment to my loved ones, spouse or child, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. At the same time, we know because of this love, we're having suffering or struggles. If something doesn't go according to my expectation, or this person going through illness or sickness, because this person is important to me, because of that love, we suffer. Knowing that we cannot let our attachment go, yeah? Because once we let this love or attachment go, who I am, yeah? So what it means is truly I am not zero person. I cannot be a zero person. Because again, in here as a teaching or information, I know I should try be the zero person. No attachment, no struggles, just while it is here, enjoy and then let it go. But truth, reality of me is I want to cling to it. No, I cannot let it go. How I can do that? I want to protect you. I want to cherish you. I want to make sure you're okay. This is truly my attachment. Then, if I cannot be zero person, in Buddhism tradition again, you may hear some people may say Buddhism is a way of life. Yeah, Buddhism is not a religion. It's just a way of life. How we can be better person, a kind of person. Yeah, less angry, less anger, more be aware myself, or understanding people are different. Yeah, acceptance or endurance. Yeah, some people say Buddhism is a way of life. But at the same time, it's some part half true. But the other truth is, Buddhism is a religion to become a Buddha. Yeah. Always we have to remember is, our purpose of Buddhism is, Jodo Shinshu is to become a Buddha, liberation from suffering, attaining freedom, and then birth into the Pure Land. That is our purpose. In that context, way of life, of course, important. Yeah? Be kind, be compassionate, be patient is important. But no matter how we feel, I feel peaceful, more better person, no matter how much we may feel in that way. If we do have even this amount of attachment, we are not a Buddha. We are not able to attain enlightenment. So we have to remember Buddhism is a teaching to become a Buddha. Then again, our founder, Shinran Shonin, deeply realized, I want to be the zero person. However, Shinran Shonin also realized it is impossible to remove my affection to my wife, my child, my daily life desire. I cannot do that, which means no path, no way to become a Buddha, no potential to become a Buddha by his power. That is a moment, zero person or zero coming to his life. Zero means Namo Amida Butsu. Shinran Shonin said in this way, and then zero person means truly a person who is struggling because of one's human nature while striving to live a happy life. Yeah? Do you think so? Yeah? A person who is struggling because one's human nature while striving to live a happy life. That is ourself. Yeah? Just we want to be a happy person. Just we want happiness, no suffering, no pains. We want it, but to achieve that happiness, because our human nature of attachment, yeah, we going through struggle. It's kind of the kind of sad situation. Yeah? Just I want happiness. We make effort with our intention and then power and then practice. But because our such an action is based on our attachment, we think we are getting closer to happiness, but actually we are more far from happiness due to our attachment. Then therefore Shinran Shonin said in this way, we cannot become a zero person, or we don't have to be. So in this way Shinran Shonin said, of those who encounter the power of the primal vow, not one passes in vain. They are filled with the treasure ocean virtues, the defiled waters of their blind passions, not separated from it. Yes, so Shinran Shonin said of those who encounter the power of the primal vow is Buddha's promise. Whatever happens in your life, I shall embrace you as you are. No condition, no distinction, ultimate acceptance as you are. When we encounter this vow, no one passes in vain. We are going through struggle and then suffering and then pains in many ways. But once we encounter this Buddha's embrace, my life, your life, our life is never, no more in vain. Truly cherished, respected, and then accepted. And then they are filled with the treasure ocean virtues, the defiled waters of their blind passions, not separated from it. So we can see waters of blind passions, our attachment there. Truly, I do have those desire attachment. Because of this, I'm causing a struggle to myself, struggle to others. But this water is now entering the ocean of virtue, or Amida Buddha's virtuous ocean, warm compassion, reaching out to my life and then transform this my blind passion to the peaceful and then comfort. It's like, once a river flow into the ocean, it becomes the part of the ocean. Yeah? There is a change or transformation. Once a river flow into the ocean, if we scoop the water from the ocean, we cannot tell this is from that river or that river. Become the one with Buddha's compassion and wisdom. In a similar way, our life, indeed, we cannot be a zero person, but such as me, because of me, is in the embrace of Buddha's compassion and then wisdom, which promised, I shall make sure you'll be born into the Pure Land. Take refuge in me and trust to Amida Buddha. That is our reliance, giving up in myself, which means taking refuge in Amida Buddha. That is a truly go with the flow of life instead of going against, go together with Amida Buddha. Of course, it doesn't mean our suffering or pains or struggle disappeared. It is there. But again, difference is now. This Satoshi Tomioka, who is not a zero person, is now in the embrace of Buddha's zero. So, Amida Buddha's primal vow is like a zero, which means truly no attachment, acceptance, gratefulness is there. Once it coming into my life, encountering Buddha's this warm embrace, that becomes our mind of awakening. When we feel, indeed, I'm in this Buddha's compassion and then wisdom, naturally, spontaneously, Namo Amida Butsu comes out from our mouth with the hands together, feeling, indeed, I'm in Buddha's embrace, saying, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So like today, as a conclusion, today I received this lei. So as you can see, a lei looks like a 0-0. If we try to rethink, they often, Bishop Matsumoto, often he said, our life is like a lei of zero. When we have a lei, we often pay attention to only like a lei or beautiful kukuin nuts. Yeah. But one thing we have to remember is, lei cannot exist. Only those flowers or kukuin nuts. Yeah. We need strings. Yeah. Without the strings or thread, lei will falling apart. Also, only with a string without the flowers, lei cannot become a lei. We need both flowers and then string together to make a lei. Yeah, could be this individual is like me or you, struggling to want to be happy, doing my best, knowing that don't attach, but I attach. That is our life. In that life, something is truly embracing or penetrating in our life. That the string is zero of Namo Amida Butsu, connecting us, me, us together with the virtue of compassion, wisdom, transcending love and then hatred. That is a true reality of Namo Amida Butsu. So again, when we feel lonely or so going through so many struggles, that is the occasion. I do have a connection with ultimate reality of Namo Amida Butsu, who is never rejecting us, forever accepting, embracing us. When we feel that connection, again, that becomes our mind of awakening. And then Namo Amida Butsu comes out from our mouth. Indeed, I'm in Buddha's embrace. Such a joy we are receiving. As a final conclusion, please put your hands together in Gassho. The founder of Jodo Shinshu, Shinran Shonin, said, "Of those who encounter the power of the primal vow, not one passes in vain. They are filled with the treasure ocean virtues, the defiled waters of their blind passions, not separated from it." Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namando, Namando, Namando.
Thank you, Reverend Tomioka. We will now have a reading of the Creed 1. We rely upon Amida Tathagata with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the truth in our limited self. We believe that the assurance of birth comes at a very moment we entrust, and we call the name Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and the succeeding masters who have led us to believe in this profound teaching, and we do not endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. We will now have a chanting of Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namando, 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 Namando. We will now have some announcements. On Sunday, November 19th, we will have our Hawaii District Ministers Association monthly online seminar. Rimban Takahashi from Honpa, Hongwanji, Hilo, Betsuin will be presenting a message. On Saturday, December 11th at 10 to 11:30, we will have a presentation by Reverend Tatsuo Muneto. His titled message will be Living with Wisdom and Resilience, Following the Footsteps of Nembutsu, Practices on the Big Island. These are all listed on our webpage if you would interested in it. And Puna Hongwanji will be having a Halloween costume contest, a vegetable fruit carving contest, and a community pumpkin patch project. The categories in the costume contest is best use of recycled material, spookiest, most creative, and most beautiful or cute. Please see our Facebook webpage for details. We also will have a vegetable, fruit, and fruit carving contest. The categories are spookiest, most creative, beautiful and cute, and most organic. And our third project we have is a community pumpkin patch project. Please help us create a pumpkin patch design to weave all the pumpkins into one vine. You can draw a pumpkin and color it. You can decorate it, design it, write a message, write a haiku, write a poem, and send us a picture of your paper pumpkin. Again, everything is in our YouTube and Facebook pages. And now for words of wisdom. Old age, illness, and death all pose questions to me about my life. Thank you for attending our online and in-person service. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift, I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean's I also offer, when touched by kindness, to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, whose heart may feel so too, cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as flowers on its flames, a sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on